And let me ask you a question, because you haven't answered this. Okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to do the whole barbershop business, or do you want to like get a new skill?
To be honest, like how your friend has kind of how your friend has carried his career. Like I enjoy cutting hair, but
Mm-hmm.
as I do have a problem sometimes. Like when I start thinking like, wow, I'm exchanging like my time for money. Like sometimes I think like, cause you can make money off of goods or services. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I think like oh, if I was selling a product, I wouldn't have to put in like these 30 minutes, 40 minutes for in exchange my 30 minutes, 40 minutes for money. But I understand that I have to put in the groundwork. So
Yeah.
to answer your question, I kind of want to carry my career out like your friend. Once I get to a point where I can have other people working for me,
Yeah.
then I can get out the shop and try to figure something else out.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, that's a great point, right? We all start by exchanging our time for money, and that's
Hmm.
fine. And it's very important that when you're exchanging your time for money, you're not wasting the money on BS, right?
Exactly.
Like you've been doing, right? And just like I did at one point. So if you
Exactly.
know this, you know this, and then you have your goal, you write it down, get debt free first. You save for your emergency fund, and if you want to invest into a business and then kind of like build up your whole thing, it's very important, right? That you build up your customer base, you build up your Instagram, you build up a following, and before you know it, who knows if you might just become, for example, like a social media barber or something like that. You know what I mean? You never really know where this thing's gonna take you. So that's the idea, man. But overall, you have a good income. Honestly, $3,000 at 24, it's a pretty good income. Your expenses are very low relative, and if you're like doing a lot more and able to get debt free, save for emergencies, then how much money would you think you would need to like open up a barbershop over there in Atlanta?
Probably around maybe like 10 to 15 thousand.
All right. So what you want to do is you want to start asking and looking at the people that are doing or are already who you want to be, right? So that
Exactly.
means like whoever owns your barbershop, ask them about this stuff. Like, hey, how do you get started? Like, how much did it cost you to do this stuff? You know what I mean? And then ask other people and see like how they do it, and like become a student of what you're into. Become the best at that, because there are people that are barbers that are millionaires that make a lot of money, right? Or earn a decent
Hmm.
salary. So if they can do it, you can do it. But you can't do it if you don't know how they're doing it. So it's very important you become a student of it.